What in the world, Bo? For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. Yes, you yourself could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us on this free agency frenzy on Sunday night. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I keep refreshing everything on the on Twitter and on with Adam Schefter, but I'm not getting any updates. Like what in the world, Bo? I'm legitimately confused. First of all, if you're watching the show after we're going live already, make sure you put a what in the world, Bo, in the comments. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Look at here, Bo. We got to get a chance to kind of chop it up a little bit and see what's going on. Shouts out to Coach Keith. Much love to you, Keith. Hope you're doing good out there. So Keith, when he says we just got DJ Metcalf, he's talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers just acquired DJ Metcalf. Free agency's been going crazy, fellas. With coaches, free agency's been going crazy. So basically, these trades have been wild. Devante Adams, he's going to the Los Angeles Raiders. DK Metcalf is going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Some guys that we thought that we were going to be getting aren't going where we thought they were going to be going. And I just wanted to get on here and see what everybody's thinking about it. Also, I was just on Uncle Steve's channel a few minutes ago. Y'all make sure that y'all go to Uncle Steve's Lounge. Hit that subscribe button. Uncle Steve always makes great content over there, great vibes. You gotta love it, Bo. You gotta love it. Yuri's in here. Yuri says, Alo, we need to start making some money moves. In the words of Cardi B, we need to start making some money moves, Bo. We need to start getting these restructures going, and we need to start going after some guys, especially on the defensive side, to help us. J Mall says, Big Low, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Jay Holland says, what in the world is going on? Nothing. That's the issue. I'm sorry, that's the issue. Nothing is going on. Chris is in here, says Steelers are on line one. Okay. Says Steelers are on line one. You talking about for a Kirk Cousins trade? What you talking about? What you talking about? Big Boys in here, says Rams. Yes. Ramil says shouts out to you and Uncle Steve. Thanks for bringing off-season content. Don't want the Falcons to do much. Just need a good pass rush, and the rest of the team is pretty solid. Hello. Jay Holland says we just extend. Okay. All right. Okay. We got some news popping. So we just extended Jake Matthews. All right. So we're opening up some cap space. We just extended Jake Matthews. Finally, something's going on. All right, so we need to find out how much that opened up for our salary cap. Let's see. Whenever I need the news, I always go to Twitter. Oh, I just got a message from T Will. Hold on, T Will. My bad. Let me send this to the group here. My apologies. All right. So does anyone in the comments know how much the Jake Matthews restructure is saving the Falcons in salary cap this season? If anyone knows, could you please put it in the comments? I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Like I said, the thing about Jake Matthews is, I know everybody keeps saying, hey man, Jake Matthews, he's getting old. He's like 32 years old. And he's a Matthews. I've been saying that ever since the season ended. Like, hey, Jake Matthews is a Matthews. He's good. He's gonna be good to go for a long time. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna go ahead and send this invite to Chris Tipmore and T Will, so they could come on and chop it up with us. But yes, okay, so Jake Matthews, 2 years for $45 million, $38 million guaranteed. So I'm assuming that that's going to open up a good chunk for what we got going on. So Jake Matthews has just been extended, guys. I'm expecting for them to extend 2 or 3 more people tomorrow or even tonight. But Jake Matthews has been extended. That's beautiful. Now it's time to restructure Grady Jarrett's deal. If we could restructure Grady Jarrett's deal, that would be perfect. Now, what you're looking at on the screen that I'm sharing, you're looking at um uh the list of the top free agents that are left for this 2025 season. So let's see here. Let me get this updated. So as you can see, some people have been franchised already. Some people have already re-signed with their teams, but we're going to look and see the options that we have as far as, who could come on and join this Atlanta Falcons team that can make an immediate impact. So let's see here. And while we're looking at that, I got man.
What in the world, Bo? How you doing, man? You all right?
Man, Bo, I'm just happy to see we making some moves, Bo. I'm happy to see we making some moves. In the words of year, we're making money moves. I'm
Making
loving
money moves. I love it, man.
I love it, Bo. I love it. Let's see here. Oh, and Uncle Steve just said it to me too. Okay. Falcons make first big move of the offseason. It's then Jake Matthews. Okay. Now, T Will, have you heard anything about how much that's how much cap space that's opening up for us?
No, sir, I have not. I think everybody that we know is efforting to get that now, but I currently do not know where that. Yeah, I don't know the impact of that. We were what, 5 under or 5 over?
Yeah,
right?
So we were like 5.5 over. Shouts out to Jordan, the coaching staff, always working. Jordan says, Big Lord says it should create 11.3 million in cap space.
Oh wow!
So look,
I mean, if that's the case, then that's a 16, 17 million dollar difference.
Yes, that's a pretty good chunk of change right there.
That is.
That's a pretty good
in one move.
In one move. Now, I've heard multiple people say that it's one of those situations where if the Falcons can make the right moves, we could open up approximately $40 million of free space to make some moves during this free agency period.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that happened, we're gonna be in there like swimwear. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if you heard T. Will earlier, maybe like an hour or so ago, Harold Landry, he's going to the New England Patriots. Well, a lot of people expected that to happen because he was going to follow Mike Vrabel. And then Sherwood, he's going to stay with the Jets. And that one kind of hurt my soul.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
Yeah, I thought he was coming to the Falcons. Okay, well.
Yeah, that one kind of hurt my soul, man. That kind of hurt my soul. But shouts out to everybody that's in here on the coaching staff. Coaches meeting tonight. We're having an emergency coaches meeting. Yeah, look, initially, T. Will, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna air this thing out. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna air it out, T. Will. Everybody else, I want to see us do something too now.
Oh man, Big Low say you sometimes you got to pop out and show them, huh?
Hey, look, I sent Terry a text. I said, Terry, I'm finna go live. I don't know what I'm finna do. I told him, I said, look, I'm finna go live. I don't know. You better.
I don't know what you come to do.
You better drop it to get off the pot.
I come to win some games. I come to get into the playoffs. I don't know what you come to do.
Man, look here, man. If y'all are not subscribed to For My ATL Sports, where Terry's at, y'all make sure y'all check For My ATL. Terry, you want to kind of let everybody know where you at and everything?
Sure, and thank you for the opportunity to do that, Big Low. And first and foremost, thank you for having me on your show. Again, every time I'm on your show, man, I feel like I'm up in the big leagues, man. Get my turn it back.
Man, come on, man. Come on.
Wait, what you do the other day? Hey, Ma. Hey, I made it. Ma. I'm on Big Low's show. I'm on his show right now. Yeah. All right, turn it on. All right. Yeah, man. I feel like that. Like every time I'm on your show, Uncle Steve, I feel like I'm with the big boys, man. No, hey man, I'm just, hey man, look, I'm getting it out the mud, man. I'm just starting small, trying to build it one at a time, man. Just trying to work a little hard. You know what I mean? But guys, if you can, Big Low, can you spotlight the link for me if
I
you
sure
don't mind?
can. Give me just 1 second here. Did you put it in there? Okay, there it
Yeah,
is.
I dropped it.
There it is.
Yeah, if you guys just click on the link, like, share, and subscribe, that would be great for me. Again, hey man, just trying to get out here, work hard, get into the algorithm so I can bring you guys more content. We try to be diverse over at For My ATL Sports, so we talk Falcons, Braves, Hawks, United, Bulldogs, and probably going to talk Atlanta Dreams. So, whatever sports you like, we probably got you.
The
So,
Atlanta Dream, if you know what I mean. Y'all know that about that, boy. Y'all know that about that dream.
A1, what's up? What's up?
What's good, family?
A1,
How y'all
you
feeling?
doing?
Hey, man, I'm great, man. I'm great. Doing some work behind the scenes, but I could not pass up the opportunity to talk some free agent frenzy with you guys, man. How y'all feeling?
Man, boy, we look here. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been kind of salty the last couple hours. Till I ain't gonna lie, but I'm seeing that we looks like we trying to do some moving and shaking. I'm good with it. I'm good with it now. Because at one point in time I like, man, wait a minute, Terry, he's sick or something. Terry, all right? Like, what's going? Somebody need to go check on Terry. I mean, we don't, but okay. We know he's moving and shaking now. We know he's moving and shaking. They say sometimes the best meals take some time to make.
Right.
Low and slow. I guess that's what Terry doing. He's going low and slow.
Low and slow, Bo.
There you go. There you go, man. And Ramil, he said that he just subscribed to you, T. Will.
Thank you, Ramil. I appreciate that,
It
man.
is.
Thank you so much.
Tip, you want to let everybody know where they can find you at before we get started, Bo?
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Please come over, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Definitely always trying to grow my own platform. And also, you can catch me on the Hawks Digest as well, man. Just type it in YouTube, the Hawks Digest, growing that channel as well. Shoot, man, on my own channel, similar to T Will's, talking Braves, Falcons, Hawks. I know me and T Will, we end up doing a lot of shows together because, we share similar interests with teams. So, you're probably going to see a lot of shows, me and him doing things. I know John from Out of Your Falcon Mind. I know he's talking Braves with us sometime as well. So, just getting out there in the algorithm, getting out here, providing the content to the people, man. That's what they deserve. And we do it for you guys.
That's right. I think I saw John in the chat too. So what's up, John?
John, I see right there.
Yeah.
Out of your fat, what's going on, John? Hope you're doing good tonight, my friend. Definitely, Bo. Definitely. So, all right. So I was saying before y'all had a chance to come on, and I don't know if y'all remember me saying this, but when we've been talking extensively during this offseason, he's a Matthews, guys. Like, I know what is he, 32?
Yeah, but he probably could play till he's 40. They typically play and have long careers. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did play till he was 40.
Yeah. Bruce played till he was like 42, I believe. So
And the beautiful thing about this is that now he's not even the blind side guy anymore. So, if he's the guy who's quote unquote long in the tooth on the offensive line, I mean, think about it. I think last year he had like one of his best years at pass pro.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, moving forward, I'm more than happy with this move. I remember when Thomas Dimitroff drafted Jake Matthews, I said that I felt like this might have been his second best pick of his tenure here as the GM of the Atlanta Falcons. So, I mean, look, you can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. Shouts out to Brian Peoples in here. Said, what's up, beloved? So, I don't know if y'all know, T. Will. I know you hadn't been, in the Atlanta Falcons content creator scene that long, but I have an alter ego.
Oh.
Yeah. His name is Big Low Conspiracy.
Big Low. Oh, man, that's right up my alley, man. I love me a good old conspiracy theory. Hey, man,
Tip know.
Old Big Low Conspiracy. Yeah, when he come out, things get dangerous.
Things get dangerous. So
y'all be careful.
And so whenever you see people in the chat say, refer to me as beloved, because Bigelow conspiracy, he refers to everyone as beloved. You know, so shouts out to you,
Oh,
Brian.
wow. Oh, I love it. Hey, so do you have any conspiracies or conspiracy theories right now?
I mean, you know, I was just talking to Uncle Steve a little bit earlier about, you know, and I think I done told y'all I don't think Kirk Cousins was hurt. I feel like that's a little bit of a conspiracy.
You don't.
Nah, Kirk
You
Cousins
don't
wasn't
think
hurt.
he was hurt?
Nah, Kirk. The only thing that's hurt on Kirk Cousins is his pride. If pride had a muscle, it would be strained. That's the only thing that's hurt on Kirk Cousins as of right now. He realized I don't think he realizes that it's time to consider retiring or considering being a backup quarterback. But whenever it was one of them situations where you drinking antifreeze, T. Will, what in the world? You
Boy,
oh, okay. I had to make sure. I had to make sure.
He will. Now we don't been through this multiple times. So you mean to tell me that whole 2 liter is you?
You supposed to go to the refrigerator for that, T. Will. You supposed to be sitting right now.
Why Chris?
You better not put that back in the refrigerator.
I drink these drinks for like 5 or 6 days, man.
Ain't no days, huh?
Yeah. It's been at least 4 days, Chris. I ain't gonna lie.
You said it's been at least about 4 Mountain Dews. Is that what you said?
That's how you keep time, Chris.
That's how he keep going. He on that geek juice. Man. No wonder he can do so many shows. T will do 30 shows a week, and I'm trying to figure out how he doing it. He on the geek juice.
I cannot believe Chris called me out like that, man.
Shouts out to Mark.
I can't believe you held it in the camera like that.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man.
Shouts out to my homeboy Mark Chain in the chat, man.
Mark.
Hope you're doing good down there. So moving forward, fellas. I mean, we freed up some space. Is there anyone that you're thinking about taking as far as free agency goes? Now I have the list of the top 100 free agents in here, and I'm finna share it. And but is there anyone that comes to mind for you guys, and also everybody in the chat? If there's anyone that comes to mind, y'all please let us know as well. But I mean, T. Will, tell me what you're thinking, Bo.
Definitely any of the edge rushers that are out there. Wasn't somebody released today or earlier today? I thought they were.
Von Miller? Was it Von Miller?
Yeah, I know Von Miller was.
Or maybe it was last night. I know. Look, there are a litany of edge rushers out there. We need to get 1 or 2. You know, bottom line is, look, we cannot come out of this free agent season with nothing, right? So if you want to go and sign 2 edge rushers and draft another or a linebacker or whatever, we need to get some edge rushers, especially if we're not going to re-sign Dahlman. And it doesn't look like we are, because they're going to give him 20+ million. Then we need to go and get an edge rusher, because the drop off between Dahlman and what's his backup?
Ryan Nuzeel.
Yeah, the drop off between he and Nuzeel is not that much. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you know, Dahlman is better, but when Kirk threw for 500 yards, it was behind Nuzeel. So, but you know, keep that in mind, right? And that's up against what's his name from Tampa Bay. Mama, there go that man again, who's always in the backfield, always causing ruckus. What's his name? Tampa's nose tackle.
Vita.
Vita Vea. Vita, it's gonna be a long day, Vea. Yeah, him. So, I mean, look here. I'm just saying the drop off is not that bad. I'd take that money that you have earmarked for him, and I'd go and get me an edge rusher or 2. That's what I would do, because you look it, you need it. You're gonna if the Eagles showed us one thing, it's that if your big uglies, which are your offensive linemen and defensive linemen.
Now, first of all,
I'm sorry.
See, first
I
of
knew he was
all,
fit to
You're
get
big
you.
pretties. You're big pretties.
thank you.
I knew he was fit to get you.
Thank you.
I wasn't saying that they were physically unattractive. I'm simply saying like that's what they're referred to in the industry. But let's call them big old handsome men. You're big old handsome men.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you.
Big
Thank
old
you.
handsome
Will.
men. Look,
Thank
hey,
you.
look,
We
hey,
create
man,
new norms. New norms, T. Will.
I just want to keep it football.
We're
That's all.
did Chris just low key call pause? Is that what he did? Is that what I think he did?
I think
so
that was a
subtle.
little light pause. You know, a little
You
light.
know what I mean? It was
pause.
so subtle. I do tell you something, man. You gotta watch Chris. You gotta.
Yeah.
He's a master at that.
He is.
No,
He is.
and in all seriousness, if anything, the Eagles showed us is look at if you cannot control the line of scrimmage specifically against them, you're not going to win. You're not going to win if you can't win offensive and defensive lines. You're not going to win. Low, are you there? Because you're frozen.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
Right.
I was just sitting in the comments.
You were perfect. I was like, damn, StreamYard.
Oh,
again.
nah. I was just thinking about Adrian on Rocky. You can't win, Rock.
You can't win.
No.
Yeah.
You know how strong he is. You can't win. Well,
that's what I was thinking about.
Maybe I can, but in order to beat me, he's going to have the heart to stand in front of me. And I don't know if he can do that.
That's what the man said.
That's what the man said.
There's no easy way out. Let me start up my Ferrari. Be ready to do 80 through a 20 through the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And just drive to my montage of There's No Easy Way Out. I love Rocky IV, man. Can we talk about Rocky IV for a sec? That was my favorite Rocky. Okay. Just putting it out there to those of you who are Rocky fans. Rocky IV was the best. Okay. Like he had the coolest stuff. Paulie had that stupid robot. That was creepy, but then Paulie was kind of a creep. And he went to Russia to train, and then Drago had all the steroids and all of whatever, and the two of them, training like in comparison. Like that was just a great movie. That's one of my favorites, man.
That was a good one.
One of my favorites. Do you think right now that you know what? I'm not going to crack that joke. You know what? I saw it in my head, but some said, "Don't do it, T. Will. Don't do it."
I got you, T. Will.
Don't do it.
See, you gotta watch T. Will, man. Gotta keep it on.
You know what? Hey, low.
You see what's going on.
When we get off air, I'll crack the joke.
Okay, I got
it. Was funny, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Tip, who you think we should go after?
Man, see, for me, man, I know defensive line is something that we need. I mean, I would take a look at that old Raiders defensive lineman, Malcolm Koonce, I think his name is.
Yes.
And everything, I'd take a look at him. He's still out there. Maybe I know he's coming off an injury, but hey, you need pass rushers, and you may need to start looking at guys who may have a little nick, a little knack to them, and everything, just because. I mean, money purposes right now, yeah, we did the Jake Matthews, but we know we need more. I feel like we kind of got to mostly just sit back and wait to see what Terry's going to do as far as restructuring and if anybody's going to be cut, stuff like that. But, yeah, I'm still looking at defensive linemen. I agree with Terry said about possibly trying to get one or two. I'm also still looking at linebackers. I know the two top guys really are already gone, and Zach Bond and Nick Bolton were both returning to respective teams. Yes. So you got that out there. I know Sherwood, he was a popular one, but he's going back to the Jets.
That one hurt.
Yeah, he's going back to the Jets. And I know I was looking at Ernest Jones even possibly. He's going back to the Seahawks. So
I heard.
Yeah. So it's a couple of guys. I'm like, God darn. But I'm looking at the cornerback market. I know DJ Reed is still out there.
Yes,
I'm not sure how you guys feel about Byron Murphy. He probably going to get about 22 mil a season, though, honestly. I'm still looking at Asante Samuel Jr., maybe for the slot. If you don't want to bring back D. Alford. Jordan Lewis, former Cowboy, he's still out there as far as the cornerback. I mean, do you guys feel like we're going to get a veteran corner or somebody in the draft? Like, which way you think we're going to end up going?
Now, me myself personally, I would like to go ahead and get a veteran corner. I want somebody who's proven, and the reason why I say that is because, so for example, whenever we went and got what's the kid that we got from the Lions that went to the Texans?
Oh, talking about Jeff Okudah.
Jeff
Yeah.
Okudah, yes. I mean, whenever we got Jeff Okudah, it gave us a little bit more freedom to do some things defensively. We could just run straight man on the outside, and we could that front seven, we could mix a lot of things up, drop some guys back, bring some guys in on the blitz a little bit more, opposed to what we did last year, which was basically just cover 3 shell, all the cornerbacks being 10 yards back, even if
Right.
it's a 3rd and 4. So I really would like to get a veteran guy. Now, Byron Murphy, the thing is that a lot of people don't realize he's a former UW player. He was actually up under Jimmy Lake whenever Jimmy Lake was at UW.
Ew.
And yeah, I know it. but it's one of those situations where Jimmy Lake and Raheem Morris run a similar system, right? So hopefully, we're not running just a cover 3 shell no more, which is literally like a shell of a defense. Maybe we'll have a chance to, be a little bit more aggressive, like we were those 3 or 4 games before Jimmy Lake took the defense back over. So, I mean, if we can do that would be perfect. Now, I want to shout out to the coaching staff that's coming in with the great comments. T. Terry, he says he wants Khalil Mack. He says,
I wouldn't mind Khalil Mack.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Khalil Mack at all. I mean, that's another veteran,
Hey,
somebody that knows how to get after the quarterback. Real quick, guys, real quick. Let me.
I've got the numbers on the extension. It's a 2-year, $45 million extension.
Right.
Okay.
$38 million fully guaranteed for the next 2 seasons. So year 12 and 13. For Jake Matthews, also. According to Over the Cap, Atlanta's projected savings by extending Jake Matthews is around $11.3 million, which would give the team around $5 million in cap space for the start of free agency.
Okay. I can work with that. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that at all. Now, Swole, he says he will, go after Chase Young and Jonathan Allen. He said, bring them boys to the A. Let them have a reunion in the A. I know Chase Young with those neck issues and everything. I don't know how much I would trust that. Brian People says I can see Simmons coming back. Tony Bradley says Mack, Sweat, or Hendrickson, or 2 of them double dip. Okay. Brian People says Vita. Oh, I think he was referring to
me. Yeah.
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 3 Dirty says a Big Low, T Will, and a splash of A1. I love it.
3 Dirty. What's up?
What it do,
Also,
family?
Got brother Debo Vibes in here. He says, "What's the deal, fellas?
Debo!
How you feeling, Debo? How you feeling?
Definitely, man. Definitely. But look, I feel like we have a litany of options in a whole lot of different directions that we could go in. I mean, moving forward, I wouldn't be mad at getting a veteran edge rusher and a cornerback, and then moving forward, solidifying it in the draft. I wouldn't be mad at that because I think Chris said it. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday in the chat, he was like, "Look, if you don't get somebody, then there's an issue, right?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely an issue if you don't get somebody.
You got to do something. This is like I said, one of the toughest off seasons. It's really like bad timing for Terry for real, because it's really like the toughest off season for him since we had that cap situation. And you look at some of these contracts and you just like, there ain't no way. You just like, ain't no way. Even with Jake Matthews' contract now. Okay, so Jake Matthews is top 10 in contracts, it looks like right now.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah,
I think he deserves it. If it's one of them situations where, You know, he's top 10. If you've been as consistent as Jake Matthews has been throughout his career, how many times has Jake Matthews missed a game?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. He's durable. You're paying for the
definitely durable.
You're paying for the durability. You're paying for the leadership. You're also paying him because he's not the blind side, and you're also paying him because have you seen what these contracts is looking like, man? Somebody just got a contract the other day, I believe, left tackle. I think it was like 20 something mil a season or something. I believe it was. I can't remember exactly
Ronnie
who
Stanley.
it was. Yeah. So like he just got a nice check. So it's just like and it's not a good time to be having to pay certain players in certain positions right now, man. We need rookie contracts.
We need
we do.
We need something affordable.
Ghost Pepper, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you on the Dre Greenlaw. I'm on the Dre Greenlaw train as well.
Can we afford him? I don't think we can afford. Can we?
So
he's gonna get top dollar.
So Uncle Steve just looked him up. So apparently it was one of those cases where he Spotrac said that his projected salary would be like around $8 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, look, I guess because he came off that injury, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely say Dre Greenlaw. Look, he came back and took the Devondre Campbell job, made Devondre Campbell quit.
Bro, that was oh my God, bro, that was I don't
crazy.
I can't even defend that, man. So I won't. I'm not even gonna get into it. Bigelow, do we potentially have? I don't know. Do we potentially have a celebrity sighting in the chat, or am I tripping?
Talk about ATL Jet Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if it is Jet, shouts out to you, Bo.
Hey man, if it is Julio, shout out, man. Shout out.
That'll be something else.
The Jet Jones. Hey,
that'll be something else, wouldn't it?
Hey man, if that's you, Julio, greatest catch I ever seen in my life in the Super Bowl. Not to bring it up, but that was the greatest catch I've ever seen, where you went up on the 20-yard line, 7 feet in the air, came down, got that thing, got those did the toe tap or the toe drag swab, and brought that in, man. Great catch.
That was a great catch.
Outstanding catch. And hey man, I will never forget it.
And the best in Super Bowl history, really.
Ever. I mean, bro, that the degree of difficulty on that catch, because understand that thing had to be 7 feet in the air.
Man,
he had to go up and get it, and then do the toe drag swag, bring it down, fall dead, hang on to the ball, and hey man, great catch. So Julio, much love, man. If that's you, much love.
Miller Mills is there. He says, all I want is DJ Reed. Just F the rest of these bums.
DJ
Reed.
Hey, the thing about it is that's how Millie been feeling since the beginning. And I mean, I understand. I totally do. I mean, I want DJ Reed as well. I do. Like I said, he's the first corner that's on my list. And then, like I said, I take Asante Samuel. But again, I'm thinking about the slot. I'm saying, probably like take some pressure off some of his previous injuries and stuff. But he probably flourished in that as well. But yeah, I'm looking at DJ Reed again. So of course there's other corners too. Like I said, Jordan Lewis. I know some people like him, but my top two are the first two that I said.
What about Darius Smith? What do y'all think about him? Because the Lions cut him earlier today, I believe.
Yeah, that's who I cut earlier today. Ladarius Smith. Look, I would take him.
Yeah.
Look, at this point, you're in a situation where it's like. It's kind of like my brother used to say back in the day, whenever he was going through hard times. He was like, man, look, it's, life is just been a boo-boo sandwich. He said, I just want more bread. If I can just get more bread with it, it'll make it easier to eat. So, look, at the end of the day, I just want to go from here. Well, I'm sorry, wait a minute. I just want to go from here to here. That's all I want. And then maybe one day I can go from here to here. But right now, I just want to go from here to here. I'm sorry, here. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Man, Lo, your brother was a phenomenal dude, man. I will never forget. So Lo was on the show with me, A1, And Lowe said, I'm trying not to laugh.
You're failing, sir.
God, I didn't expect it. That's what made it funny. He said, I'm trying not to laugh. Oh shit, I just knocked down the baby. Okay. He says, and it's not gonna be as funny to y'all, but it was funny to me because I didn't expect him to say that. He said, when it comes to money, what did he say? He who spends the most money and dies wins.
That's it. That's it. That's it. You got it. Whoever dies and owes the most wins. That's how you do it. You will. That's how you do it. That's why I said they talk about we talk about the Falcons. Everybody like, nah, we spend too much money on this player. We spend too much money. Whoever dies and owes the most wins.
That's what he said, bro. What made it funny? I didn't expect that, right? So I thought he was getting ready to give us some fiscal wisdom, bro. Man, your brother is hilarious, Big Low. He is hilarious. Like and you just had to hear the way he said it. Like I can't do Big Low. Big Low cannot, but that was funny, man. I think about he was like, because I didn't expect it. He was like, yeah, whoever dies and owes the most win. And oh my God, bro. It was all I could do to not lose it. It was funny.
Hey guys, on a serious note though, like listen, this is what we got going on for free agency though. Like, all right, so Matt Judon, Lorenzo Carter, Mike Hughes, Katavius Street, Antonio Hamilton, James Smith-Williams, Eddie Goldman, Josh Woods, Kevin King, Damone Harris, Harrison Hand. I forgot we even had him. Nate Landman, TQ Graham, D. Alford. That's a lot of guys, man.
It is. And I don't think D. Alford's coming back. I don't think he's coming back. Who else did you say?
I said TQ Graham. You got Nate Landman. I don't think TQ is possibly coming back.
I don't think he is either.
I don't see Nate Landman actually. I mean, Nate Landman can come back, but it's gonna be on a lesser deal. And I'm just like, shoot, he didn't even make a meal last year. So I'm just like,
I don't. Yeah.
How much cheaper you want him for?
Who are the first three you said? A1?
Matt Judon, Lorenzo Carter, and Mike Hughes.
I'd like to bring back Mike Hughes because and I wasn't on that show with Big Low. But Mike Hughes' numbers actually were pretty good last year. Because understand, Mike 2 is your number 2 corner, right? So he's covering number 2 receivers. But his PFF score, I believe, was 71. His was actually better than some noted corners. So Mike Hughes is not bad as far as man-to-man is concerned. As far as coverage is concerned, he's not bad. But I don't think D-Lo's coming back. I don't think Judon is coming back at all. Like I don't think he had a good experience here, and I don't think he wants to repeat it. Do you guys think Justin Simmons is open to coming back? From what I've seen, he is, but give me your thoughts on him coming back. And do you think because we have a new defensive coordinator that he would be better because maybe it was just scheme, right? Like give me your thoughts on that.
Well, for me, I can make it simple and sweet. Outside of Richie, Lord have mercy. Outside of Jesse Bates, and DeMarco Hellams, one thing you got back there is like you had Richie Grant's a free agent, Michael Abernathy's a free agent, and Justin Simmons. Out of those 3 names, let's just be honest, we're gonna roll with Justin Simmons.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's the oldest one, but you just got to take into consideration that Jimmy Lake was just so much of a rookie, and his defense was just so bad. Possibly, some guys could have just been out of place, But I mean, I can't. One thing about it is when it comes to tackling, though, if you're not tackling, you're just not tackling. But as far as like being in position and knowing your role and everything like that, it could have had something to do with the scheme. I know he said he would possibly open into coming back. Honestly, if he wants to come back on a cheaper deal, okay. But I'm looking forward to the future. I really am looking to see if I can get another safety, whether it's in free agency or the draft. Again, there's some dudes coming out in this draft, guy, from and every position that we need is got some dudes going to be there. So you got to take that in consideration. But this free agency is going to be very big because it's going to kind of like help us lean to see what kind of way the Falcons are going to go, fam.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm looking. So I got the PFF lineup pulled up for the Atlanta Falcons just on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay.
And basically, what it did was, it has the, what the starting lineup would be as of right now, taking in consideration all of the people who are no longer on the team who are currently free agents. So, I mean, just like y'all mentioned, as far as the PFF numbers, Clark Phillips, he didn't do too bad, 74. AJ Terrell with a 69. I feel like, and mind you, I'm finna, this is a disclaimer. You can't just go based off of the PFF numbers.
Right.
Have to,
you see those numbers they got for my boy Natron Brooks, and I like Natron Brooks.
Exactly.
But come on now.
Come on now. We don't know what type of scouting the Atlanta Falcons do. We don't know if they use PFF as a resource or not. But it says Natron Brooks had a 90 coverage grade, and just like T. Will also mentioned, another thing that you have to consider is, if it was just a situation where the scheme was so bad last year, you really can't go off of what they have going on. But I know one thing as far as the depth on this team. One thing that we do have to look at is the simple fact that on this defensive line, we are definitely driving the struggle bus.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Get that pulled up one more time.
Think about this, Lo. The Eagles did not blitz once. They had 7, 8 sacks, and they sent 4 guys every time. Just think about that for a sec. Yeah. Not one blitz.
Like that old school R&B song. Not one blitz. All night long.
All night. All night.
So, it's one of those situations. Billy Boone, shouts out Billy Boone, till now with us from Twitter. He says, if Dahlman leaves, do we get a compensatory pick?
That's a good question.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it depends on how much they pay him and everything.
I think so.
How much his contract would be worth, but we literally wouldn't know until next year, honestly. So so looking at this this squad here, and you see Ebiketie, Grady Jarrett, Onyemata, and Malone as your starting defensive line, and you have Troy. I play every now and then. Anderson and Kaden Ellis on here. I feel like the middle of the field has to be something that needs to be addressed. And I'm sorry, y'all, give me 1 second here. Coach Roney's in here. She said that my niece Caitlin wanted me to give her a shout out on the show. Kate Sturd.
Hey.
I'll make sure that y'all show my niece Caitlin some love, man.
Hey, Kate.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Kate? How you doing? And how you doing, Coach Roney?
Definitely. Shouts out to you, Caitlin. Next time I see you, got to show me some of the new TikTok dance moves. I've been working on them. Yeah, shouts out to Catester, man. But yeah, as far as the middle of the field, that's definitely something that we got to consider. Linebacker, defensive line, it's huge. I'm going to tell you, just looking at this, if I look at this defensive line, I see Arnold Ebiketie, who would be considered as an undersized edge rusher. D'Angelo Malone, undersized edge rusher. Grady Jarrett, who is considered an undersized defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, are we all in agreement, guys, that we need a little bit of beef on the defensive line?
Agreed 100%.
Agreed.
Agreed 100%.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So, I know a lot of people are, and everybody in the chat, if y'all hear about anything else that has been popping off in free agency, because whenever I was on a little bit earlier, everybody was dropping stuff. If you hear about anything else, please put it in the chat so we can kind of know what's going on. Now, my homeboy Macktown, he says they could pick up Malachi Starks at 15 if the other Georgia boys are gone. He just grab an edge in free agency. Now, so that was gonna be my next question for y'all. What do y'all think we should go to when it comes to the draft?
Oh wow. I know there are a couple of edge rushers. Obviously, Mike Green is out. There's a kid out of Georgia. There's, you know what? At first, I really liked the linebacker from Tennessee, but I'm told he's not coachable. Well, I'm sorry. The buzz, right? The scutterbud is that he's not coachable, and I don't know how true that is. You know, sometimes they put that stuff out there intentionally. But I like the kid from Georgia. If there are no notable edge rushers there, although there should be, right? There at least from what I've seen, 4 or 5 edge rushers that are out there. But if you're not in love with that, you could trade back. You could get a corner. If you could get a really good corner in the first round, maybe trade back and get an additional second round pick, I'm okay with that. But if you do that, then that just means hopefully you've already gotten your edge rushers in free agency. So to your point, Lo, and I think you alluded to this earlier, I think it really just depends on what you're able to do in free agency. That will dictate your must-dos in the draft, right? So if you're able to re-sign Justin Simmons and sign another corner, then going into the draft, it's going to be all big, handsome men. See what I did there? I know you do. Then it's going to be all defensive linemen, right? And I do think this draft will be all defense because the Falcons did not interview anybody at the combine. They did not interview one offensive player because you didn't send your offensive. I'm assuming we didn't, right? I'm assuming you wouldn't interview offensive guys with defensive personnel. So in my mind's eye, unless things change and we get 3 or 4 more picks, we're going all defense in the draft.
I like it. Hey, man. The reason why I'm not so hamstrung as far as like a lot of the moves that's being made is just because I know all the talent that is in the draft. I still believe that the Falcons should trade back. I know, unless it's just, I guess, a guy that you just fall in love with and you just gotta have, I guess. But regardless, I would rather trade back because I'm thinking about salary cap, and whatever you do with the salary cap, I'm like, you can always try to get some rookie contracts to help that out because you're going to be paying some guys coming up here in a few years, talking about the Bijans, the Drakes. I mean, what you're going to do with those guys? Eventually, Michael Penix is going to be up, so it's just like rookie contracts will help you. But Mikael Williams. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Landon Jackson. I'm even looking at Donovan Izararu.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
I'm telling you, that's the steal. That's the steal of the draft, Bo.
Nah, Holmes. Nah, if y'all guys like Mike Green, you gotta look at Izararu, man. The guy sounds like he's supposed to be an anime character out there on Demon Slayer or something. I don't know.
Boy,
but dog,
best motor in the draft,
bro. Did you? Coach, real
sounds
quick.
Like a Toyota, the way you guys are talking about it.
I'm saying, no, seriously though, T. Will, because I mean, Coach, you see his bend and the way that he's able to, like, he's cerebral. He uses his intelligence, and he'll see how you play him, and then he'll counter. And he has so many different counter moves. He's actually pretty darn polished, and he's up there at Boston College. That's the kid I'm talking about.
Yes. Look here, y'all. If y'all hadn't had a chance, go watch Donovan Izararu's tape. When I tell y'all, that's the best pass rusher in this draft. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And ain't no wings on my back. I'm telling y'all, that young man, just like Tip said, the man has been.
Mm-hmm.
He could go from power to speed. He could go from speed to power. He has violent hands.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is that he just has a motor. Like a
Right.
lot of the sacks that he got, his initial primary move and the secondary move didn't work. He just outworked the guy that was in front of him. I'm
Right.
telling y'all, if
And he can play the run.
and he can play the run. I'm telling y'all, if we trade back and get that young man, y'all will be more than happy with the results. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's my favorite player in the draft. And every time I have a favorite player in the draft, that's not as heralded as everybody else, they normally go off.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my guy. I'm telling you.
I'm
Is
gonna
he
tell you.
fast?
I'm gonna tell you another one. That Nick Imororu, the safety or
Yes,
something like that. Yeah, I think he's gonna be another one too, man. He's man, what 6'2", 220. Man, that guy, he's built like a tank.
bro. I met
And
him. I met him at South Carolina, bro.
mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. South Carolina's whole training regiment joint is so
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So they look at training completely different than traditional football programs. They
Okay.
look at it as so. Do you know how they start their training regiment? So
Mm-hmm.
they start their training regiment. You land on your stomach and land on your back. They call it like infancy training. They said the first muscle that you learned how to work whenever you were an infant was your neck.
Mm-hmm.
If you were, like Coach Roney, had to hold that big head up.
Oh,
I had to get you, Coach Roney. I
Oh,
had to get you, Coach Roney. But,
oh.
but look, if you had to hold your head up. That's the first thing that they teach you. And
mm-hmm.
and if you look at South Carolina, they're like one of the lowest schools when it comes to concussions, because the stronger that neck is, the lesser amount of concussions you're going to have.
Because it
But
Right.
takes
then,
the impact. It takes the
yes,
impact.
Protecting it.
yes, but
Mm-hmm.
moving forward, it's like, bro, it's like,
They want everybody to walk around and look like that meme with old boy with the big neck that was going around a few years ago.
yes, pretty
No
much
problem.
like that. But they literally teach you. I mean, they have you crawling on your toes and your fingers. It's a whole process. This is before you even do any workouts, where you hit the field or anything. It's crazy. When I have more time, I get a chance to explain it to y'all. But Nick, that dude from South Carolina,
Yeah,
great kid, real nice, built like a tank. He's gonna make a lot of plays in the NFL.
he is, man. And so it's just I'm saying there's some dudes, man. Even at the corner position, you have some guys. I know we don't really need them just because we got Clark Phillips, but another guy, man, Caleb Ranstraw out of Tulane, that like cornerback. That's another one. I like Azariah Thomas. The funny thing about him, he has feet similar to doggone Champ Bailey, like as far as being the slew footed.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying, and you already know when you're trying to make a break on the ball, how your foot is already planted. His feet are already going to be naturally planted, which is going to make it easier for him to drive on the ball. Um, I like him. Of course, you got Kobe Bryant. He's going to be a star. Oh man, it's I'll say it's some guys, dog. I'm sorry, it's some
There's some
guys, man.
dogs out there, Bo.
Like
There's
for
some
real.
legit dogs out there. So I mean, look, at the end of the day, if you can't fix your defense with this free agent class and this draft class, there's an issue, guys. And I'm saying this like my math teacher in high school. There's an issue. If you can't fix if you
Ah,
can't fix this defense, you need to address the issue that you have.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's true. That is true. What Big Low, what do you think? I mean, because we know Mason Graham is going to be gone, but what do you think about a guy like Walter Nolan, a guy like Deion Walker, guys like, I mean, Darius Alexander out of Toledo, guys like that?
Well, first of all, if Walker Nolan is there, you got to get Walker Nolan.
Mhm.
I know that a lot of the Georgia fans aren't going to like this because he's an Ole Miss guy, and everybody's saying, hey, you got to go ahead and get the Georgia guys. Y'all don't understand. I think Walker Nola's going to be gone. But if he's there, y'all don't understand how disruptive that young man can be in the middle of your defense.
Look at John's chat, Big Low.
Let's see. John says, look at here. If you want to save a few dollars, lower defensive tackle. I'll slide in at safety. We good for at least 5 snaps. You're definitely right about that, John. But look, I got to get a meal. I got to get a meal. If I put my body on the line, I got to get a meal.
Hey, you put Jack at third string quarterback, Mr. 80 on the run, man. Y'all got a squad, Y'all got a squad.
Well, John gonna play safety. I'll play at cornerback number 2. That's where I want to go anyway. So I'll be CB2. But I'm trying to figure out who playing the slot.
I've been saying you look like a slot guy, Tip.
Hey man, I can play the slot. I can play inside and outside. You know what I'm saying? I can,
Okay. You interchangeable
man.
with it. Okay. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. Last time I talked to Terry, I did tell him. I said, look, I could line up, 1 through 3 for you. I could line up, and if you need me to do it, I could do that. And he just laughed, and he kind of went on to the next subject. But I told him that that's something that I could do, because at one point in time we were talking about me running tight end, but I don't know if they resolved the issues that they had. But I mean that's definitely a now body bag. He says Walter Nolan is undersized.
296.
I mean, Grady Jarrett's undersized.
Yeah.
He just finished year 10.
I mean, you look at Rook Aurora.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, because Rook reminds me of Grady a little bit in that they both have great low leverage. Like again, in when it comes to those positions, low man wins. Grady has great leverage. Rook appears to have the same. Although to me, Rook's upper body Rook is strong. If he can stay healthy, look out.
Yeah, he got that ox strength, and I honestly believe that Rook is still realizing how strong he is. If that makes any sense to you guys, like I don't think he knows. Yeah, I don't think he even knows really how strong he really is and how to fully use his strength and everything, because he hasn't been playing since Pop Warner or whatnot. He hasn't been playing since, what I'm saying, like some of you got the other guys. But he came in, I believe, his sophomore year of high school and started playing football. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he's still new and he's still figuring it out. If we can get him to pop, that is going to be a steal. And it is. We can look at it later on and be like, all right, we did that one right.
Like I could look at Grady and Root stand beside each other. I can almost guarantee you Root bench more than Grady.
I'll play safety too, by the way. I'll play safety. I have no problem with that. And I'll even play special teams. I don't mind, whatever for the logo, man.
There you go. Now look, I do need y'all to do a country boy a favor. Wherever you're watching the show at, I need y'all to make sure y'all do us a favor and make sure that you hit that like button. If you feel like the Atlanta Falcons need to take a defensive player with the first pick and with their first pick of the draft, and you need a way to express it, you can't say it on the show. You can express it by hitting that like button. I would definitely and greatly appreciate it. Definitely.
Okay. Well, just to that too small thing. Okay, so how do you guys feel about Deion Walker? I mean, he is 6'7", 331. Would you guys like to put him right there in that defensive tackle spot? Good.
I mean, look, like I said, I mean, we were just talking about, like, you do need a guy who, you do need a little bit more size. Yeah. Like, I'm not mad at it, but I also need a disruptor. Like, look, I mean, there's a lot of big guys who don't do too much. I mean, if we keep it a buck, like, you know what I'm saying? Very seldomly you find a dancing bear, and it's just like Life Jennings says, whenever you find one, you need to
hold on to
it. Exactly. So, look, I think that's the issue whenever people look at these drafts and they say, oh, man, you got this guy who's 350, You got kind of like the Walker kid coming out of Connecticut last year. You got Jones. I'm sorry. You got this guy who's 345. You got this guy who's 360. Why aren't we taking these guys in the first, second, third round? Because first of all, us big guys, we only have so much wind. You know, we just like John said earlier, we'll give you a few plays. We ain't finna give you 60, 70 plays a game. Second of all, we can't move like those guys who are 290, 280. So, I mean, so just like you said with Walker, you know, yeah, he's 330, 335, but it's still 335 that can move as well. That's
Is he limber?
Exactly. Does he have the hips? Does he have the bend? Because just like T. Will was saying a little bit earlier, you know, Root, you know, one of the most important things, whenever I was coaching, I used to, Coach Ronan, she said she would hear me saying flat back in my sleep. Because you come out the ball, your back needs to be flat. It needs to be parallel to the ground. If it's not, you know, we going backwards. We moonwalking.
Yeah.
Now you need to have a flat back and a wide base, and we good to go.
Yeah, low man wins.
Low man wins.
Low man wins.
Yeah, low man wins.
Carries in the chat says, "Show must be nice." Shouts out to T. Carey. T. Terry says that this draft is amazing on defense. And that's
bro. That's why I said this one of the ones. That's why, like, I really hate that you don't have more draft picks than what you do, and that's why, like, you know, people are ready to like move on from Judon and get the pick because we need it. People are ready to trade back, like myself, ready to trade back and try to get more picks. But we already know too, it takes two to tango. So somebody gonna have to try to, you know, move up to 15 if it's a guy that they like. We gotta see how the draft, you know, falls. Like, you know, so it's so subjective with what's gonna happen, man.
Look, and you know, Terry said he tried to trade back in the past. Remember? He said he couldn't. He said he couldn't find another one to tangle with.
Yeah, and then even with him trying to trade back up and get Latu after we picked up Michael Penix, didn't nobody want to dance with him, which I can understand. That it was probably a lot of teams upset with us when we took Michael Penix because that started to run on quarterbacks. We started to really started to run on quarterbacks.
Wow!
And folks was like, "Oh God, the Falcons." We you know, so they got Kirk Cousins. We expect them to take defense, you know, and they don't went and took a quarterback. Now everybody's scrambling, you know, trying to get their quarterback, and you know, and then you know the first defensive player is not taken until like 15. So
that reminds me of Any Given Sunday when Al Pacino's making his exit speech, and he's like, "Yeah, Willie Beeman taught me that you got to stay young, which is why I signed him going to my new team." And the look on the Sharks management face, that one guy was like, "Motherfucker!" I wonder if that's what the NFL was like when we drafted Penix, right? Because that's a good point, Chris. That is a good. Nobody expected that, right? You got Kirk Cousins. Hell, Kirk Cousins didn't expect it. Nobody expected it. So
it was funny that Kirk was at the Benz right before it happened.
Oh, I was just bang head bouncing with Kurt right before that happened.
Damn.
Legit, I can send you the video. Like, I was just bang head bouncing, and then I went to my seat for the pick. And whenever I was going to my seat, somebody came and whispered something in his ear, and he left the picture taking thing. Everybody else stayed
abruptly.
He had to roll out
expeditiously.
He had to roll out. He was like, "Y'all didn't say it was gonna be like this." He had to. Hey, question, guys, and I don't mean to shift the conversation, but
you good?
I think it's relevant. I think we can get at least a 4th round pick for Kirk Cousins, and the closer we get to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because look y'all know how NFL free agency goes, right? Within 4 days, most of those quarterbacking positions will be filled if you're not drafted. So, and if you look at the talent that's out there, it ain't a whole lot. It's not a whole lot.
Bro, we said this You know, when people were going crazy, why would we take a quarterback? We just paid Kirk Cousins. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, okay, this is gonna be something else down the line because I already knew Michael Penix was a talent, and I already knew if as soon as Kirk Cousins slip up anytime and give that young man a crack and give him an inch,
He's gonna take
he
a
was gonna
mile.
take that mile.
Yeah,
That mile was guaranteed, and you see it happened. It
Yeah.
really did happen. So you know, I'm so glad that you know Falcon fans are seeing now what most of us content creators were saying last year. You take your quarterback now because next year it ain't nothing going on. And can
Exactly.
you imagine needing a quarterback?
That is a great. Say that again, man.
I'm just
Say
saying,
that
can
again.
you imagine us the Falcons, needing a quarterback coming in this year's draft compared to last year?
We'd be screwed.
We'll be absolutely
We'd be
up,
100% screwed,
man.
right?
We'll be up Boo Boo's Creek.
Yeah. And so to all of y'all who want to clown Terry, you know, Fontenot or whatever for his decisions, thank God he made that one.
Hey,
Thank God he did that.
look,
If you don't
I
give
was
him nothing,
upset on draft
gotta
night.
give
I
him
ain't gonna
that.
lie. On draft night, I was high. I did pineapples. I did not like it.
It's good. It was a lot
I-
of people were, man. It was a lot of people. You should have seen, man. You should have seen, man. Most of the people on our panel. It was so crazy. Ricondo was going crazy. I had to check on Ricondo the next day.
Man. The
You
crazy
know what's
thing
funny,
is,
guys? You know what's funny? Right now I'm working with two of the most subtle podcasters. Because y'all are not like, if y'all didn't catch what, so to those of you in the chat who don't know, pineapples is a safe word. Like y'all didn't even realize what Lo did. Like he did it so like pineapples. Like I'm getting off this check. I'm out. Right? And nobody said, Chris, you just kept on going,
Yeah,
right?
I just had to keep on going.
Oh, let me tell you something, man. You gotta watch Low.
Oh yeah, Low
gotta
stay,
watch
man.
Low.
You gotta catch it because the thing about it is, you know, the show not gonna stop for you to catch it.
Bro,
you just gotta be mindful.
He was so
you know?
subtle. He was like, "Yeah, I said pineapple." And
Yeah, that awareness.
You know what I mean? And if you're not
that
watching
awareness.
he did something like that on another show, but I forget what he said. It was something about the church or whatever. But it was so subtle, man. It was just like boom. He dropped bomb. Here's the thing.
John in the chat said we'll be talking ourselves into dark at 15.
Damn.
oh
right.
My
oh my God. Yeah, no, he's right though. He's right.
We'll be talking about Terry need to make a Thomas Dimitroff move
right.
and move up to one.
You're right. You would trade the whole draft. No, but if you were boxing Bigelow, it'd be in the 5th round and your ribs would be broken and you wouldn't know why. He would be hitting you with like subtle bombs, right? And it wouldn't look like it. And you look down and you go back to your corner. You're like, I can't even. What the hell, man? Like that's Low drops bombs, man. Low drops bombs. Thank God he did though. Look, thank God. Oh, it said Jake just signed an extension. Yeah, we saw that. But no, guys, I think we can get a 4th round. Now, you know, I'm telling you, at first I was like, we're not even going to get a can of beer. We're not even going to get, we're not even going to get a bag of potato chips. But the more you look at the dearth or lack of talent that's out there, hey, you can. Because you got 6 or 7, you got Seattle that just made a trade.
Yeah.
Right? You got at least 5 or 6 teams. Everybody ain't gonna draft a quarterback. You got Sam. Wait, did Sam Darnold sign today?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you got about 6 teams. You got the Jets, you got Cleveland, you got
Seattle.
That's 3.
I mean,
who's looking at Aaron Rodgers, by the way, which is just okay.
Oh my God, that's foolish.
I don't even. First of all, Aaron's not coming to you. You just traded away a talking piece. Just traded away DK Metcalf, and you already don't release Tyler Lockett. So it's just like
that's screaming rookie quarterback to me.
Well, listen.
Well, unless Aaron can convince Devante to come to Seattle, I mean, I don't know.
How you gonna do that when he's going to the Rams?
Oh, Devante is going to. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Devante Adams is with the Rams now.
Oh, they just got a whole lot.
And the thing about it, a lot of people are in uproar because they're like, why wouldn't they pay Cooper Kupp? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, Devante, you know what you're getting from Devante. I mean, he still had 1,000 yards, even with being traded from the Raiders to the Jets and all that stuff. He still ended up pulling off 1,000 yards. So
see that's a byproduct of the everybody gets a because it's not even a question, man. He's just better. That's why, because he's better,
bro. At the end of the day, one thing that I've learned about the Rams over the years is that they'll let you go a year early before they wait too long.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because like for example, Ty Gurley. You know, we got Ty Gurley. Like, yeah, we got Ty Gurley, Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
No, Lord. Oh, y'all was not hitting that Super Bowl, so we got Ty Gurley.
No, you know
was
what's funny?
Doing that.
My brother said those exact words. Y'all know Eric Parker.
Eric gonna say it regardless, though. I know
my brother called me. He was like, "We going to the Super Bowl. We got Ty Gurley." I was like, "Man, those are his exact words."
That would have sounded great on draft night. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
But you know, I mean, different circumstances. You know,
yeah.
But you know, but the thing is that you know the Rams, they're one of those teams. They know how to let somebody go.
Yeah.
Before it's time.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, on our side,
we sign out of But you know what? The Braves are like that with pitchers, Lo.
Yes.
Like if the Braves let go of a pitcher, watch out.
Yes.
He probably they're the same way at that. But if Nakua and that's a lineup.
Devante Adams, and then you still will have Cooper Kupp. I'm assuming because he's still under contract for him. It's just I don't know if he's going to get an extension or anything like that. Maybe he'll be traded. We'll see what happens with that too. That's also a possibility because his touches are definitely going down because they just got the young buck talking about Puka. Now you have Devante Adams, who's an outside receiver for show, and that's production right there. And then you got to think about it. Even with Aaron Rodgers included, Devante Adams is playing with his best quarterback since Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers.
Bro. And I don't care what you say about who's that quarterback played for Georgia for the Rams? What's his name?
Stafford.
Yeah, he could slang that thing, man. I don't care what you say. He can. Hey, man.
I mean,
some people are just blessed with an arm. Like, you know what? Say what you want about Brett Favre. Brett Favre is probably close to 50, if not already. Brett Favre could probably still throw it 60 yards at 50, maybe even 70. Like that, Brett Favre has a once in a lifetime arm, and that is Matthew Stafford. So my point is you can't overthrow Devante. You just can't. So that's going to be because now that gives them a deep game, and that's going to make Puka Nacua wide the F open. Yeah. Like all the time. Because are you really going to single cover Devante? You're not going to roll some safety help over. You just going to let him roam free and drop
you really
bombs.
Can't. You really can't. But Swole did want me to tell you that.
Swole had to. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
I said pause.
My bad, Swole.
I just got quiet.
My bad. So, hey, is that penalty worthy, Lo? Did I just commit a penalty?
I think that's a warning.
Flagrant innuendo? No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's just a warning. That's just a warning.
Keep me in line, Swole. Keep me in line. We got you.
Oh man! But I was telling Uncle Steve this though a little bit earlier. The difference between us and the Rams is that the Rams have literally rebuilt that team 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, they went all in. Didn't they trade all their draft picks?
Yeah, they said F them picks.
Yeah, man. It was like, forget it. And they got a Marine. I'm sorry. It did.
It got a Marine, bro. They got a Marine. And then I remember everybody was like, man, now what are they going to do with the salary cap situation? They're going to have to let everybody go. I mean, they were good. They made the playoffs the next year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's like, well, daggone. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?
Sure, you think about it too. They're Andrew. What is it? Was it Wentworth? Was it Whiteworth? I forgot. Their left tackle that retired. Yeah, he retired.
Was it Whitlock?
Yeah, Whitworth, something like that. But regardless, I know he retired. The next thing you know, one of the best defensive linemen going down in it, Aaron Donald. You know, so he retired, and they still like went ahead and drafted. But they draft well though.
They do.
The Rams draft well, and that's an underrated thing. You look at Fisk and Verse and everything, how they came in and started immediately producing. And just other guys, you look at in the secondary, and then even before Verse and Fisk got there, they had a couple guys. So it's just like they draft well.
Man.
Yeah, Andrew Wentworth. That's what it
Wentworth.
was.
There you go.
Andrew Wentworth.
Now,
Exactly.
Mark Cheney, he asked who had a stronger arm, Matthew Stafford or Michael Vick?
I gotta go with Vick, man. I mean, I ain't never seen Stafford throw a ball into the stand.
Yeah, I think Vick could throw it 100 yards. I really like Vick could flick his wrist and it's 60. So if you said, hey man, your life, I think he could throw it 95 yards. Now, if you're talking about accuracy as well as that, then I'd have to give it to Matthew Stafford. They both can throw it, but Matt's a little more accurate than Michael Vick was. You know, Michael Vick, sometimes it was in a general area, sometimes it wasn't.
Yeah, sometimes.
But as far as that arm in sheer distance, I don't know many people that can throw it. A better question would be who has a better arm, Penix or Vick or Favre or Elway, because you're talking about, when you talk about Michael Vick, you're talking about generational arm, right? I mean,
talking about Elway, right?
Yeah, but
yeah, you gotta put Marino in there too now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think Vick could throw it 100 yards. But I've not seen a combination like Penix, because Penix can get it there, but he could fit it inside a pin cup. That throw to Kadero Hodge,
that was crazy
on the sideline.
That was a nice throw.
Was not only filled with velocity to get through three guys, but he put it where only Kadero Hodge could get it. And Kadero Hodge had to do the whirly bird, but he put it. He didn't throw it to the inside where it could get picked off. He threw it to the outside, right? That throw to Kyle Pitts when it's 4th and the rest of the season, Falcons, let's go, was a seed. It was a bullet, but it was low where only he could get it. He threw a seed, a bullet to Draco where 5 guys were around. They didn't even see it. But again, he put it as soon as Drake comes out of his break, it's on him. So not only does he have the velocity, but he's accurate. He's accurate. So
that's a bad man.
Yeah, man. That's a bad dude, man. That's a bad dude.
Look here, man. I definitely appreciate everybody for coming on and chopping it up with us. Look at here. If y'all can, I need y'all to hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure that you hit that like button for me. Look, I put it to you like this right here. If you hit that like button for me, T will do his DMX growl. If you hit that like button for me,
there you go.
We'll definitely
greatly
appreciate
it. Hold on. Let's add something to this, right? Can we get T Will 8 more subscribers? I'll do the growl. Can we get T Will? Can we get T Will 8 more? Can we do that? Is that something we can do?
And then we're gonna get the T Will growl.
Then we get the T Will DMX growl.
Hey, I just dropped the link and I'll make it easy for y'all. I just dropped the link in there. Just if we get T Will 8 more subscribers, I'll do the growl. I didn't think the growl was that great. I didn't think it was that great.
It's just it's hilarious to me. I think it's so
I guess so, because like
it's hilarious.
Who did that? Shoot. Debo made the clip of it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he sent it, and I played it for my son, and my son is still laughing. So I don't know. I thought it was hard, I don't know. My son is still laughing.
You thought it was what?
It was hard. What? I thought they liked it.
You thought
people really got it. My son
See, wait a minute. See,
I put
wait
everything I
a minute now.
Hey, I put
No.
everything I had into that growl. Like that was everything, right? I was like, shit, they love it. My son is still.
Boy, T Will sound like you supposed to be on one of them on one of them white movies, boy. God dang.
No, T Will. I thought it was hard. I thought
It was hard. I did. I was giving it all.
I thought it was hard.
5 times.
Oh,
Bro,
I did it like 5 times, man.
T Will, boy, sound like Malibu most water. Just did,
Hey,
boy.
hey,
I thought
hey.
it was hard.
And what was funny, Debo was like, do it again. And nah, he was just set me up. But I was like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I must really be doing it. Yeah. I must really be doing it. They love it. They love it, T Will.
Sometimes you gotta question your friends, man. Debo, you ain't
I
right.
kept saying, do it again, T Will.
Boy, you ain't right.
I'm like, hey, T Will, hit that ground one more time.
Right. Hey, you know how bad it was, Lo? In the back of my mind, I'm like, shit, I could do a DMX story every show. Every show, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him. They love it.
I'm so glad you came to your fist.
Look, I need 8 subs from T Will so we can hear
boy,
the hard DMX, the hard T Will crowd.
Hey, look. This show has completely went off the rails. We are derailed train right now, people. Look, I'm talking about going straight off the bridge right into the doggone lagoon.
Look, man, y'all know every time y'all do it, y'all know it's gonna go off the rails. Y'all know.
Oh my God, bro! It's so funny because he kept saying to do it, and every time I did it, I felt better and better. Like, oh shit, man. They are loving this right now. I'm gonna do this every week. Every week. Matter of fact, I'll bring up a DMX song and I'm gonna do it. And damn, who knew?
But
I found out, man, my son was cracking up.
He was laughing at it too.
Oh my God, he's still laughing.
Did he say, "Dad, I needed that"? Did he say that?
No, he just kept laughing. He just
couldn't even talk.
He has my ridiculous laugh. You're welcome, son. And so it's like it's agitated because I got to hear my laugh over and over again, like every time I played it. And oh my God, bro, I really thought I was doing it though, man. I did.
It's hilarious. It's.
Thank you. I appreciate the fact that my efforts, my efforts ended up being humor when I was going for hard.
Well, you go
it's difficult out here, boy.
So what you're saying is if I'm ever in them streets, right? I don't and I'm challenged. I don't need to go to that growl. Like that growl's not gonna work.
Well, look, it might give you enough time to run.
It's not gonna scare him. It's not gonna scare him. Is that what you're saying?
It ain't gonna scare him.
Not gonna scare him.
To be honest with you, you may make somebody upset. Oh
damn. You know what? It's funny. Like there's what you think, and there's what reality is, right? There's what you think. That's what's in your mind, and there's reality. Because in my mind, I had so much fun doing that show, man.
Oh, it was fun.
In my mind,
definitely fun.
In my mind, I'm like, I am the greatest DMX performer ever. Look at
you did not say that.
That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, wow. They love it. Oh, they just love it, right? And in reality, y'all are like, oh my God, tell me
this is hilarious.
I'm doing it again. Come on, do it one more time.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Look at him. He really believes it. One more time. Come on, Debo. One more time. Get him to do it. Oh my God. Oh wow. You know what?
It's hilarious.
Podcasting is truly keeps you humble. I really thought it was great. Like I thought my growl was great. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's great. It's great.
And Debo ain't right. That's all I can say. I ain't letting Debo slide. Debo, sir, if you can hear this, and if you got your cigar in your mouth, sir, you ain't right. You ain't right.
You know, Debo, he good at impersonating folks. I'm gonna see if I get Debo
Friends,
to impersonate the growl.
friends don't allow friends to drive drunk. You hear me?
Wow. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness.
Lisa, she said, make karaoke a part of the podcast to Olympics. I mean, I'm definitely. I mean, first of all, everybody doesn't have a Grammy nominated song.
It's
Mhm.
obvious that would come down between you and Uncle Steve. That would come down to you and Uncle Steve. Like it wouldn't even, you know what I mean? I'm like, we could do it, right?
I'm just saying. My thing is, you know, yeah, Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins may be out there, you know, being able to be them veterans. But you know, there is a young Thundercat named Michael Penix, you know, aka Chris Moore, that's gonna be, you know, what I'm saying, coming up in the ranks and gonna have something to say about that.
You see what he did there?
Yeah, man.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Chris.
You know, just saying, man. You know, everybody just be sleeping on the kid. You know, you gotta put my name out there too, man.
Chill. Bless your heart.
Hey, man.
Bless your heart. Daggone. That's
yeah, man. I mean, you know, people gonna pay to see Aaron and, you know, Kurt and everything, but it's always a question mark about the do-rag.
Chris, you know, bless your heart is not a compliment, right?
I know it ain't. That's why I'm still talking.
If you're ever at somebody's mama's house or somebody's auntie, and they say bless your heart, whatever you did, just don't do that again.
Just don't do it no more.
Don't do that again.
And the thing about it is, I remember growing up, I had one of the finest women in the church tell me that, and I just, you know, like, I was like, oh,
daggone. Not the finest woman in the church.
The finest one in the church. And she was like, hey, just a smile. And, oh, baby, just bless your heart. And I'm just like,
oh man.
I thought it was good. I thought it was gonna work on everybody. It ain't gonna work on her. She said she's seen it all.
Daggone. Like Jeezy and Jay.
Hey man, it was a learning moment.
She done seen it all.
Yeah.
Out of Falcon Mind says, Mike can rap. Says I'll come in on the song. Color me back. Okay then. All right, John. Like I said,
John.
I know everybody getting excited. We all see you.
Hey man, I'm trying to figure out why all of a sudden everybody a musician now. What's going on now? All of a sudden?
Hey. I can't hold all this music inside. I gotta let it out.
Wow.
I mean, well.
Wow.
Oh,
I have to share my gift with the world.
Oh, okay.
You betting 1,000 tonight, T. Will. You know that you betting 1,000.
The only gift you shared is that growl, T. Will.
Look at here. What?
Look at here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to T. Will channel so we can hear the growl. T. Will, how many subs you get so far?
I've got one so far. Apparently, the
growl is not popular. The growl is not popular. We gotta go back to us and the marketing team. We gotta go back. You know how they had the coaches meeting. We gotta have the marketing meeting about what we're gonna do for T. Will.
Hey, that lets you know how bad they want to hear the growl. You know what? I'll go ahead and do it for you. I think that's all we're gonna get tonight. I'll go ahead and do it for you.
Oh, you turn the lights off.
You don't turn the light off. You know,
you turn the lights off.
Hey, I gotta get in DMX mode, right? So anybody who went to the concert, they would know that before DMX came out, the lights went out, right?
I wish I had a fire extinguisher so I could give you the smoke.
The lights went out, right? And you wouldn't hear nothing. And then they would introduce DMX. And all you would hear was
They will. I know you're not for real. Boy, my man sound like the paper got jammed in the printer. What's going on? See, Will, did your muffler drop or no? God, what is going on? Oh, no.
Oh, man. Oh, man. He said that was terrible. I said you sound like the Undertaker.
Bruh, I'm just saying.
He said, don't do that again, sir. Y'all said it sounds like a sick cat. Dang.
I'm so like, bro. Boy. I'm trying to figure out, was he trying to try out for DMX or he trying to try out for the theme music for Jaws?
What in the world?
Yeah.
Look here, man. Look, y'all make sure y'all subscribe.
Bro, oh boy, I gotta come out this hoodie. Nope.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to TV.
Nope. God almighty, boy, y'all folk crazy. But I did not know. I did not know y'all was like this. When I came into the podcast and in the Falcon community, I did not know that y'all was like this. Especially T. Will. My goodness.
In the future.
My man Mark said they sound like a panda. Like
all right. Let's go ahead.
We ain't gonna push y'all through that no more.
Yeah, let's go ahead and shut it on down. You wanna let everybody know where they can find you at, man.
Oh boy, anywhere that growl is not. That's where you can find me. Anywhere that growl is not, I am there.
Oh man.
Okay, A1 Forever Sports, that's the platform on YouTube. Please come over, like, comment, and subscribe. I promise you won't be no growling going on. You ain't got to worry about it. You're safe. It's the safe spot. Oh my goodness, boy. Twitter and Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Yeah, I got my TikTok back, so the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Also catch me on the Hawks Digest as well on YouTube. Over there, producing that Hawks content. Hawks right now, man, on a little streak right now. Hopefully we can make it 3. I know we got Philly tomorrow, but they're without Embiid, so we'll see if we can get them.
Yeah. I put your link in the chat as well, too.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Anytime, man. Anytime. Now, T. Will.
Man,
can you let everybody know where they can find you, brother?
Lisa, she said, yeah, there's no coming back after that. Let's sign off and try again tomorrow.
That was funny. I want to do the growl so bad. I'm not going to do it.
Nah. Because I was going to ask you to do it again before it's all over with. I need it one more time. I tell
you why I'm laughing. Both of my brothers are gonna call me tonight and be like, "Don't ever do that shit again."
Bruh, like what's taking them so long to call you? Like I don't know what's going on. I gotta put the E in the sky for air. Like what's going on? Oh shit! Where you at when we need you, my brother?
My baby brother, who never talks about my podcast, he's gonna come and be like, "We were just together last night, man. What the hell? Like, what's going on?" And Eric is just gonna call and cuss me out, like, "What the bleep is wrong with you?" All right, man. So look, you can find me on One Time for the Fan, typically on Sunday nights. Although, thank God we didn't have a show tonight because I wouldn't have been able to have fun with you guys. So hey, you can catch me at One Time for the Fan Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, Friday mornings. You can catch me anytime you want, literally, at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. So yeah, hey man, appreciate you guys, everybody that joined. That's where you can find me. Please like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to bring great content. Brother Lowe.
Before I go, can we get the growl one more time?
I want it one more time.
Yeah, and make sure you cut the light off again. And set the mood like you did last time. Just,
I need the same way. Don't you switch something else?
Oh, wow. Low is my enabler. You can do it. That boy got talent. That
Just
boy
tell it,
good.
Well,
just tell it,
That
just
boy
tell
got
it, man.
talent.
I don't know. I got myself into the night season. My mama said make better decisions in life, right?
Chris over here like, I knew I should have been an accountant, damn it.
Damn, man.
Mama said there be days like this. Oh, why didn't I listen? All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready? All right, one more time. Whew. It's the late 90s. It's the concert. DMX is the headliner. Lights go out. You know, I come to you hungry and tired. You give me food and let me sleep. I come to you weak. You give me strength, and that's deep. You call me a sheep and lead me to green pastures. Only asking that I keep the focus in between the chapters.
Oh,
Hey man, y'all know how so you be back at the school. Remember you like in school and you behind the desk and the teacher tell you to scoot over and you got to scoop the whole desk and your chair and everything too. Ooh.
I can't fool with y'all, man. I can't fool with y'all. Lisa
It's
said
too
no
much.
karaoke for you, T. Will. She said you disqualified.
That's it. That is it.
Oh man.
All right, and with that, good night.
Look here, man. For everybody out there, don't be my name.
Just go to bed. Just go to bed, y'all. Go to bed. We're gonna try again.
This old country boy, former football coach that loves to talk about sports.
Oh shit.
And I don't think I've ever laughed this hard on the show in my life.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Oh my god. Well, like
I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Share the channel with your friends and family, man. T. Will, I can't with you. Where in the world, boy?
what